While the shooting was happening, an armed deputy stayed outside the school doing nothing. And that's heartbreaking. And look, I don't know why that deputy failed to enter the school. I mean, personally, I wouldn't go into a high school, but period. Yeah, like one time I gave a motivational speech at a high school and a bunch of 9th graders called me Apartheid McDimples. It was brutal. So I'm never going back. But look, you have to admit, what this deputy did was inexcusable. He just blew off the basic purpose of his job. And when people found this out, they didn't wait 4 minutes to go in on him.
There's no one I've talked to that is not disgusted that the local sheriff's deputy that was there did not go in and kill that individual.
An armed guard appears to have really failed to do his job.
The sheriff has to go. He has to resign.
The deputy's actions were unconscionable.
Damn, that was harsh. It was like hearing the white people version of the police. And this time, it's not enough just to deal with the law enforcement's bad apples. No, some people want to clean house, starting at the top with Sheriff Scott Israel.
More than 70 Republican state lawmakers on Sunday demanded Florida Governor Rick Scott suspend Israel. The same day, Scott announced a state-run investigation into the law enforcement response to the shooting.
Are you really not taking any responsibility for the multiple red flags that were brought to the attention of the Broward Sheriff's Office about this shooter before the incident, whether it was people near him, close to him, calling the police on him?
Jake, I could only take responsibility for what I knew about. I exercised my due diligence. I've given amazing leadership to this agency.
Amazing leadership?
I've worked... Yes, Jake.
Amazing leadership? You could see Jake Tapper in his mind did a spit take. He was like, what? Amazing leadership? I'm sorry, but no. Denzel Washington in Remember the Titans? That was amazing leadership. Yeah. Denzel in Malcolm X, that was amazing leadership. Denzel in Coach Carter, that was Samuel L. Jackson, you're racist. Look, it's clear that the deputy didn't do his job. He was armed, he was at the school, and he didn't help. Now, for some people, this shows exactly why there's no point in arming teachers. Because if a trained officer didn't come to the rescue, then how is Mrs. Flenderson gonna do any better? But for others, the deputy failing to go in shows exactly why you need teachers to be strapped.
A lot of us have said you need to arm teachers carrying concealed because you can't count on the prevention or that you're going to catch them every time.
A security guard doesn't know the children, doesn't love the children. This man standing outside of the school the other day doesn't love the children, probably doesn't know the children. The teachers love their children. They love their pupils. They love their students.
So what we need is someone who loves high school kids and knows their way around guns. Wait a second, I know just the guy. Yeah. What? The dude needs a job! Can't work at the mall, come on. Here's what frustrates me in this gun violence discussion. People make it seem like there's only one problem and only one solution. It's the guns. No, it's the cops. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's both. Like, there are some problems with more than one factor to them. You know, like it's, yes, she met someone more attractive, but you're also an asshole. Yeah. So you have to work on both of those factors by becoming a nicer person and by disfiguring your rival, right? It's the same with school shootings. Maybe with better training, the deputy would have known how to go into the situation while still keeping himself relatively safe. But maybe with better gun laws, once the deputy did go into the school, he wouldn't have to face a teenager with an AR-15. Yeah, there's no one solution. There's no one solution that'll solve all mass shootings, except for this one solution.
I got to watch some deputy sheriffs performing this weekend. They weren't exactly Medal of Honor winners. All right. You know, I really believe, you don't know until you test it, but I think I really believe I'd run in there even if I didn't have a weapon.
I like that he's honest enough to say, look, I haven't tested this. But I think, yeah, I think I would run in. Without a weapon, yeah, I think I would run in. I think I would. To be fair, if Donald Trump ran into a school during a shooting, I do believe he would actually stop the shooting. Yeah, because imagine you're a school shooter and Donald Trump appears in the hallway. How distracting would that be? It would just be like, that's right, it's me, Donald Trump. I don't have a gun, but what I do have is an amazing electoral college victory. They said I couldn't win 736 college votes, but I did it, folks. I did it. I did it so good. Like 8 minutes later, the police show up. Trump is still talking. The kid is like, what the hell is happening here? It would work. But like for real though, for real, I think I'd run in there even if I didn't have a weapon. Really? Yeah? It would be ridiculous coming from anyone, but especially from Trump. He's gonna run in? Yo, when Trump ran for president, that was the first time he ran in his entire life. Come on, man. No, you're telling me this guy is brave enough to run into an unarmed... He's brave enough to run into a school shooting unarmed already? This guy? Really? The same guy who clung to a Secret Service agent like he was the last life vest on the Titanic. That guy? Really, Trump cares so much about helping people that he'd jump into the middle of a school shooting with nothing but his fun-sized fists? Really? That guy? But he's also the same guy who proudly tells this story.
I'll tell you what, I was at Mar-a-Lago, and we had this incredible ball. A man, about 80 years old, very wealthy man, a lot of people didn't like him, he fell off the stage. So what happens is this guy falls off right on his face, hits his head, and I thought he died. And you know what I did? I said, oh my God, that's disgusting, and I turned away. He's bleeding all over the place. I felt terribly. You know, beautiful marble floor, didn't look so good. It changed color, it became very red.
Really? That guy? That guy was gonna run in and stop a school shooter? Get the fuck out of here, man.